Everybody in Larp, go put your hands up. Do you like miscellaneous tips and tricks? Do you want a part 2 of the first time I did that? Maybe? Yes? No? Well, either way, this is a dictatorship, so I get to decide what media you consume. It's about time I cobble together everything that can't make a full episode together again, so get ready because I'm going to show you how to LARP. Let's start at the beginning, something I should have addressed in episode 1. Character names. Coming up with names is hard, so try making it a pun, or spell another name or thing backwards, replacing a few letters to make it flow well. For example, if you have a character who likes to wander around, it could be Wanderer spelt backwards into Reridnor. Another example is a character who protects, and it could be a pun on warranty because he's got you covered, or Warren Teary. Either that, or you can make a common no-nonsense name that doesn't require a diploma to pronounce, like Bob. In just about every combat-based LARP, getting hit is fairly normal, and because of that, so are hit points. If you're having trouble keeping track of your hit points upon being hit when counting down to 0, then try counting up instead. Human brains are dumb like that and usually find it easier to do addition rather than subtraction. Everyone's different, and while this method might not work for you, I now have at least made you aware of another option. Certain skills and abilities sometimes have a time limit or time requirement to use. Sure, you can literally count the seconds, but I prefer to sing! For example, one of the abilities in a LARP I attended required you to spend 10 seconds bandaging someone to heal them. So for that, I'd sing, "Bandage, bandage, bandage, I'm bandaging you up. Please do not bleed out and die upon the floor. Bandage complete." Check the time. 10 seconds? Oh yeah, I still got it. If you wear a helmet, be sure to take deep breaths. When you have something enclosing your head, the CO2 you breathe out can build up a bit. However, if you take a deep breath out, it can help flush it out through the gaps to give you a bit more breathing room. Coincidentally, the tiny holes in the front of your helmet is also called breaths. When wielding a sword, one of the most natural things you'll want to do with it is to stab it into the ground like a lot of people in movies do. This is a terrible idea. It'll damage the foam around your expensive foam sword. If you still want to do something like that, then try holding it by the blade and resting the handle down first. Speaking of swords, ensure they're LARP safe for the LARP you attend. Different LARPs have different safety standards when it comes to weaponry. Make sure you get pre-approved shopping lists before you drop hundreds of dollars on a warhammer you're not even allowed to bring onto the field of battle. One sword might be okay at one LARP, but not okay at another. Always check, never assume. Here's one last piece of painful yet important advice. Nobody cares about your backstory. Okay, let me rephrase that. Nobody cares for the self-made audiobook that you call a backstory. Having a backstory is great and sharing can be an important part of the storytelling process, but if it slows down the game, then you're just monologuing. Remember, this isn't story time, it's LARPing time. So now you know how to LARP. You're welcome. Next week we're talking about leaders again, but in a different way. Can you guess the topic?